Are you struggling to decide between outsourcing and creating a high-performance team in-house? There are pros and cons to each side, and we are going to deep dive today into each approach so you can decide which will help you to skyrocket your business to success. So first up, let's talk about outsourcing. Outsourcing is about hiring an external partner to do tasks or projects for you, and obviously this approach can have pros and cons. So one pro is you will have immediately access to knowledge, and sometimes those external partners have decades of knowledge, and you will have access immediately to create shortcuts in delivering what you need. The external partner can also bring in new, fresh perspective and maybe spot your blind spots. And third, it can help you scale your business because, as you know, there's a lack of talent, and only in Germany there's 149,000 IT people missing. So you don't get this access internally. And so this is a good way to bring in highly skilled talent. So now we have all those positive effects of hiring external people, but there's also a lot of negative things. Your cost will go up over time. You will have lower knowledge and probably also engagement of your internal employees. You're building up a dependency on your external partners because they have this knowledge, and your productivity could decrease massively once the external partner leaves. Now, let's approach the alternative, building an in-house high-performance team where we focus on developing and leveraging your internal talent. So obviously there's a lot of pros for this. So first, the knowledge is built and retained in-house. Second, the cost decreases after the initial setup of the new structure. Third, we are going to have an increased motivation because the team will have more autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Fourth, we are going to have a sustainable increase in productivity because we are going to focus on continuous improvement. And fifth, we are going to have quick wins through the 3 pillars of high-performance teams, which are transparency, inspect, and adapt. So for instance, did you know that 75% of the work of your team, of an average team, should not be done? Because in studies they figured out that out of 100%, 30% of the work should not be done because it's against the vision or the goals of the organization. Of the remaining 70%, 2/3 of the project should also not be done because customers are rarely or not using the projects or features which were created. So we have a remaining 25%. And when you figure this out for your company, you have already increased your productivity within your team massively. So we have a lot of positive arguments to build a high-performance team, but what are also negative impacts with this approach? So the first one is probably if you need immediately the knowledge, then you don't have maybe the time to build it up. And you also have initial ramp-up cost and time to create such a structure and the knowledge behind. But here's a good thing. We are going to help you with a 2-week program to set up your team to success to become a high-performance team. And if you want to know more about it, just ping me a message and I will jump on a call with you. So to make this concrete now, let's look into some real-life examples. Big tech companies like Google or Facebook are heavily investing in creating high-performance teams. They focus on creating an engaging work environment where continuous improvement and innovations are happening. So the first example is the Google Aristoteles project, and they researched their high performance teams, what made the best of the best teams, and they came up with two major things which are helping to set up high performance teams, and they are psychological safety and transparency are key factors for those high performance teams. Or a second example is Spotify. They are using a squad model where they are emphasizing autonomy and mastery, and with that they get this innovation and highly employee satisfaction. So how do you now decide what approach is better for you, the outsourcing or creating a high performance in-house team? So maybe here are some questions to consider. What are your immediate needs versus your long-term goals? Second, do you have resources to create an in-house high performance team? Third, how critical is it to retain knowledge inside your company? And fourth, how important is employee engagement to retain talent in your company? Because did you know that highly engaged teams are also more productive and more satisfied? So both outsourcing and creating an in-house high-performance teams have their benefits, and it depends on your specific needs and requirements. And I hope with the questions and the different sides of pros and cons of each approach, you have now a better understanding what approach is for you. And if you like this video, you will love this video where I talk how to get out of crazy mode with your team. And now I wish you an enjoyable and productive time. Thank you. Bye.